Gentlemen, start your engine.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here on a Sunday night for the Blazing Pedals Xfinity Series, brought to you by Savage Edge Graphics. And tonight we're taking on the 1 mile in length track out in Phoenix, Arizona. It's going to be a great race. We're going to be doing 194 laps here this evening. We're looking at least 4 pit stops in total here tonight. And fuel window, about 35 to 45 laps. And as always, our halfway point is going to be given out at lap 98. So if you're leading at lap 98, you're going to take home the truesimproductions halfway award, which is about $2.50. Couple bucks, but it adds up over the season if you can manage to keep doing that. Top 5 in points so far, ladies and gentlemen. Dalton Kilroe, Ty Morosco, Jamie Walker, Chris Carroll, and Derek Paulson. That's your top 5 currently in points right now as we head into this race tonight. It's going to be a long night here in Phoenix, a battle of attrition, if you will, here tonight. As we got about 2 minutes left here in practice, top times are at the top of your screen right now. Jamie Walker with a 27.28, fastest on the board. Mark Arthur in second. So ladies and gentlemen, as always, be sure to go ahead and comment in the chat. Let me know who you're going for tonight. Looks like we got 37 drivers taking the grid here this evening. I tell you what, it's just going to be an awesome race all around. These guys and girl put on a show last week. Great racing all around. So I'm trying to think here, everybody. I'm going down through the list. Trying to get a pick for tonight. I am going to start picking. We still have to do that. So Terry and I have a little competition going. We pick each week. And Terry, if you're watching, you can put your pick in chat. But if my pick finishes in front of his, I get a point. If vice versa, Terry gets a point, which is pretty interesting. So I'm trying to pick a good driver here tonight. See Corey Rutherford out in chat going with Derek Paulson. And Joshua Rutherford out there going for Jamie Walker. If you guys watched Track Talk earlier in the evening, Tanner and Mark and Corey, special guests today, made their picks as well. Tell you what. Trying to think here. Going down through the list, going down through the list. You know what? Let's go with an underdog. Let's see here. You know what? Why not? Hey, Chris Legoo, I'm going with you tonight. It's number 71. That's my pick. That's my pick here tonight. Practice is winding down, ladies and gentlemen, so that means we're going to head down trackside. So if you please could, rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Everybody, I say it every week, every broadcast, go check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube and support Joshua Rutherford. He's a great supporter of the league and True Sim Productions. Be sure to go help him out on YouTube as we're taking a look at the number 64. Currently fourth, now bumped down to fifth on the charts with the 27.81. Cody Gibson, quick time right now, 27.37. Provisional pole for the number 7 of Cody Gibson. Corey Rutherford in the number 5, currently second. Tanner Marr in third, and Taylor Butcher Benjamin runs fourth here in qualifying. It's like Samuel Lawson, the governor, finishing up his run. Dave Seats returning to the league here tonight. Currently 11th out on the charts, 27.83 for the number 14 of Dave Seats. Let's take a look at the number 71 of my pick, Chris Legoo. Telling you what, that 71 is going to be fast tonight. I got a feeling. Currently 20th on the board. That's all right. Goes up to 13th with a 27.88. Telling you. See here, Mike Hamlin returning as well here for Blazing Pedals. He's currently 10th on the board with a 27.81. Jamie Walker goes second fastest with a 27.38. Cody Gibson still holds on to provisional pole. So we watch Mike Hamlin here finish up his qualifying run. Goes a little bit quicker, 27.74 for the number 23. Mike Hamlin sits 9th on the board. Brian Zimmerman's out on track. He's finished up his qualifying run, just doing an extra lap here. Currently 6th on the charts, 27.63 for the number 21. Dalton Kilrow, current point leader here for Blazing Pedals. Sitting 14th right now, first lap, a 27.79. Let's see if he can improve on lap 2. So Dalton Kilrow actually looks like he's going to back out of it here for completing lap 2. How about Aaron Bach over in the number 44? You see everybody cutting the dog leg here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that is something we're going to see tonight, but Blazing Pedals has a rule. Obviously, there's no changing lanes before the start-finish line. We know that. However, with Phoenix and any other track where you can dip below the apron, right, to get an advantage on the first lap. We don't do that. You got to wait until you come all the way back around. Then you can cut the dog leg, take advantage and get some time gained up there. Corey Sherman, big sideways coming out of turn 4. Hang on to it. Oh, gets into the inside retaining wall here. First lap, though, or actually it looks like his second lap that time was a little bit quicker, so Corey Sherman 5th on the board. Again, Corey Sherman was on Track Talk earlier this evening. He's had a few good runs here at Phoenix with Blazing Pedals. Taking a look at Mark Arthur in the number 12. Across the line for lap 1 here, taking the green flag, actually, Mark is. Mark Arthur, Steven Johnson, Nicholas Okier, Donald Bennett, and Ty Morosco are the only drivers out there setting times. We're taking a look at the number 12, My Little Pony Toyota Supra, going down into 3 and 4. Going to cross the line here for lap number 1. Where's he going to be? Mark likes these kind of flat tracks. He's a fan of Phoenix. Goes 3rd quickest on his first lap, 27.48 for the number 12. Into 3 and 4 for Mark's final lap here in qualifying. See if he can improve. Cross the line. He does not. Goes a little bit slower at 27.55 on his second lap. Ty Morosco jumps up to 6th. That bumps Corey Sherman down to 7th, but Chris Carroll jumped up to 5th there. And I tell you what, how about a good qualifying run for that number 5, Corey Rutherford, at a Work in Progress Racing. Nicholas Okier is on his second lap here in qualifying. We got about 2.5 minutes left here in qualifying. Everybody who wanted to take a time has taken a time thus far. Brian Dees is one of the last drivers here to cross the line. Gonna go 32nd quickest in the number 17 MFRD Chevy Camaro. All right, so it looks like Cody Gibson's going to take the pole here tonight at Phoenix. See Shelly out in chat going for the number 44 of Aaron Bockover. Good to have you here tonight. Only a couple seconds left to go here in qualifying. Drivers are going to start to grid up and get ready to go here tonight for 194 laps around Phoenix. Straight up, as always, ladies and gentlemen, no competition cautions, no stages here this evening. These drivers are going to go 194 straight up. Whoa. Starting on the pole this evening is going to be Cody Gibson with Jamie Walker to his outside. Mark Arthur is going to be starting in third with Corey Rutherford to his outside in fourth. Chris Carroll is going to be starting in fifth here tonight with Ty Morosco to his outside in sixth. Corey Sherman is going to be starting in seventh with Tanner Mars starting in eighth. Brian Zimmerman is going to be starting in ninth with John Perkins to his outside in 10th. Aaron Bockover is going to be rolling off in P11 with Andy Poliski in 12th. Moving on down, TBB, Taylor Butcher Benjamin starting in 13th with Paul Ellison in 14th. Bradley Yo is going to be starting 15th and Derek Paulson to his outside in 16th. Mike Hamlin's going to be rolling off 17th and Rick Thompson is going to be starting in 18th. Gary Miller is going to be starting in 19th position with Amanda Sherman to his outside in 20th. Dalton Kilrow rolling off 21st with Joshua Rutherford in 22nd. Dave Seats, 23rd. Samuel Lawson, the governor, is going to be rolling off 24th. Chris Legou, my pick, is going to be rolling off 25th here tonight with Philip Van Fleet, the lone Dutchman, in 26th. Joe Alberico in 27th with Kyle the Wild Man Wellman to his outside in 28th. Michael Miller is going to be starting in 29th position with Casey Campbell to his outside in 30th. Ed Boyles Jr. in 31st, Brian Dees 32nd, Donald Bennett in 33rd, Stephen Johnson 34th, Nicholas Oki in 35th, Dave Dowthwaite in 36th. Rounding out the field tonight, Fred Thompson, the number 46 in 37. Pace cars down pit road. It's time to rock and roll here tonight at Phoenix. Green flag is in the air. Cody Gibson gets a good launch here going down through the dog leg. And remember, they can't cut that dog leg until lap 2. Jamie Walker all over the back bumper of the number 7 of Cody Gibson. Gibson starting to pull away just a little bit. We go back in the field a little bit here. Let's take a look at Tanner Marr. He's side by side with Aaron Bockover right now as we go into 3 and 4. John Perkins back there with Taylor Butcher Benjamin down on the bottom side of the racetrack. Caution flag out on the speedway. Problems for maybe Rick Thompson here. Oh, Rick Thompson and Gary Miller, they tangle, and Thompson's gonna go make contact with the inside wall. Gary Miller, heavy front end damage to the number 2. See if we can't get a better angle on it. Coming off the corner. Oh, the 2 just kind of comes up, gets into the 76, it looks like. We'll wait for confirmation of the hammer. Remember, the hammer is up there tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Garrett, doing race control duty as always. We're on lap 2 here tonight. That's our first caution of the evening. Cody Gibson, your race leader, with Jamie Walker running in second. A few cars on pit road. Right now, it's just the 2 involved with the last accident. The 2 of Gary Miller and the 76 of Rick Thompson. And Stephen Johnson elected to bring it down pit road. It's a little strategy by the number 11. Nobody else, though, electing to come down pit road. You know, it's kind of interesting. I know we're only a couple laps into this thing, right? Not necessarily going to come down and get tires, obviously, but you can't come down, top off that fuel tank, because if we get a long green flag run, you're going to have the advantage there of being able to go a little bit longer than everybody else. So your top 5 right now: Cody Gibson, Jamie Walker, Mark Arthur, Corey Rutherford, Chris Carroll. Then you go back further, you got Ty Morosco, Corey Sherman, Brian Zimmerman, Tanner Marr, and Aaron Bockover. That's your top 10 as they run right now. Lights are going to go off on the pace car. We're going to re-rack them, restack them, fire them off one more time here tonight at Phoenix. Pace car pulls down pit road. It's a long way to that restart zone, but Cody Gibson is going to be in control. Got Jamie Walker to his outside. Down into the restart zone, and green flag is back out in the air here at Phoenix. We're going to stay on this camera angle because we're going to watch everybody go down through the dogleg right here. Not one person cuts it. Can't do it until the next lap around. As we go down into 1 and 2 once again, it looks like Cody Gibson's going to be able to hold off Jamie Walker, but now Mark Arthur to the inside of Walker down the back straightaway. Got Corey Rutherford up on the top side of the racetrack right now, under fire from Ty Morosco. Mark Arthur's going to cut the dogleg, and this is the first time everybody's going to do it. Everybody gets through clean. Great job by these guys, giving each other plenty of room, even with going 3, almost 4 wide through that dogleg. Right now, we're taking a look at 33 of John Perkins, riding in 12th right now. We're on lap 6 of 194. Long way to go in this one. Okay, so, we got a big wiggle going on right now. I just got word from race control. The number 2 did get the EOL for that last caution. But there was also another penalty out there. The number 71, Chris Legou, dropping below the yellow line on race start. So Chris Legou is serving a penalty right now coming off pit road. Not a great start for the number 71. He's going to go a lap down. He can still bounce back from that, though. There's a long way to go in this thing. I got my faith in you, Chris. Cody Gibson, still your race leader here on lap 8 of 194, about to be lap 9. Mark Arthur has fell back just a little bit. He's under fire from Chris Carroll right now as they both shoot the dogleg right there. Into turns 1 and 2. So it looks like around the top 10 is kind of single filed out. We go back, you got Taylor Butcher Benjamin looking underneath the 4 of Tanner Marr. And Tanner Marr actually having a pretty good race right now. I know we're only 10 laps in, but track position is going to be key here tonight. It is going to be difficult to pass. And right now he's up there battling for the 10th spot. Looks like TBB is going to get around him right here going into 1 and 2. Now he's under fire from the 33 of John Perkins. Go back a little bit further, taking a look at Andy Poliski right now under fire from the number 18 of Bradley Yo. This is a battle for your 13th position. See, Yo goes down to the bottom side of the racetrack, tries to get a run on the 32, but just doesn't have enough momentum. Then right behind him, you got Mike Hamlin. He's in 15th. Derek Paulson right behind him in 16th. Then you got Dalton Kilrow in 17th. Dalton Kilrow already up 4 spots since the start of this race. Same with the number 14 of Dave Seats. Seats has moved up 4 spots since we dropped the green flag. Even the governor, Sam Lawson, in the number 24, sitting in 20th right now, but up 4 spots since the start of the race. Michael Miller right now, he's doing a good job as well. He's moved up 7 spots since the green flag dropped. He's back there in 22nd. Lone Dutchman, Philip Van Vliet, out there in 23rd. He's under fire. Brian Dees right now. Brian Dees in 24th. Go back up to the front of the field. Cody Gibson right now, your race leader. He still has Jamie Walker all over the back bumper. Jamie has fallen back just a touch, but not much right now. They're both still pulling away from Mark Arthur as we take lap 14 here of 194. So it looks like, let's see here. Let's see if we can't pull one of these here. We're on board with Wildman right now, because I believe we have an in-car. We do. Got an in-car camera of the Wildman Wellman. He's back there in 31st position right now. And we also got Rick Thompson. See if we can't get him up. Rick Thompson racing in VR. Now he was involved in that first accident. He's on the lead lap in 28th right now, so trying to salvage everything he can. Looks like he's got some right front damage. Might not hurt him all that much here tonight. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Back up at the front, Cody Gibson still pulling away. Gap to Jamie right now is about 0.4 of a second. Ooh, caution flag out on the racetrack. It looks like there's some few drivers involved here. Go back and see what happened. Oh, Paulson and Hamlin make contact. There's that right there. Here. Oh, Amanda Sherman and David Douthwaite make contact. That put Amanda up into the outside wall. We're trying to find what brought out the yellow. Oh, Corey Rutherford, it looks like. Wow. So it looks like it was Corey Rutherford here. Let's back up. Oh, him and Bockover making contact. Oh, that sent him into the outside wall. And just going crazy here. Oh, Dave Seats trying to check up the missing. Same with Josh. So that's where their incidents came from right there. So we got, some contact here on pit road between the 12 and the 99. A lot going on here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back and take another look at it. Looks like Mark and Carroll. So it looks like Mark's coming out of his stall. Gets into Carroll. Or no, Mark was coming into his stall. I'm not sure. There's a lot going on there. Carroll barely made it into his stall. What else we got going on here? A little bit of contact on pit road, maybe. Ooh, that registered contact. So a lot going on there for that one, ladies and gentlemen. Waiting to hear from the Hammer. See what he has to say about it. So, let's see here. Let's take a look at who came down pit road. Ty Morosco Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Mark Arthur, obviously we saw him. Aaron Block over Brian Zimmerman. And pretty much everybody on back came down pit road. Cody Gibson, Corey Sherman, and the Lone Dutchman stay out on the racetrack. All right, the lights are going to go off on the pace car. Cody Gibson's going to have control in the restart zone. Corey Sherman going to be to his outside. The Lone Dutchman, Philip Van Fleet, there in third. And Ty Morosco, first car to pit, in fourth. Everybody on back came down pit road. Let's take a look here. Looks like fuel only for a lot of drivers. Tanner Marr looks like he might have either gotten some damage fixed or maybe took tires. Had a 16-second pit stop on that number 4 Toyota Supra. Down into the restart zone. Cody fires them off. We're back underway here at Phoenix. And for this one, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we do something pretty cool here tonight? Why don't we crank it up? Gotta love the crank it up cameras, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Gibson still your race leader here on lap 27. Corey Sherman trying to change that though. He's right on the back bumper. All right, so race control coming through. That last caution was the number 5. But not only that, we had the number 10. We saw him there on the crank it up. That was Taylor Butcher Benjamin. He got a penalty for dropping below the yellow line on the restart. So the Hammer laying it down this evening. Let's go back up to the front of the field. Cody Gibson still your race leader. Lap 29 of 194. Still a long way to go here at Phoenix. So with Cody and Corey now running 1-2, these guys have yet to pit. The strategy is pretty bold, right? Everybody else came down on lap 18 and at least took fuel. They can go a lot longer than these guys can now. So we're going to have to see what their strategy is going to be throughout the race. Go back, we got a battle going on here for, this is the 6th position. That's Mark Arthur and Aaron Bach over. Looks like Mark's gonna take it over here in turns 1 and 2. Everybody pretty much single filed out. Phillip Van Vliet up 22 spots since the drop of the green flag. Remember, he was another one of those drivers that stayed out under that caution right now, doing a great job holding on to that top 5. Now under pressure from the 88 of Jamie Walker. They're going to be side by side as they go down into turns 1 and 2. Mark Arthur. Oh, Mark went deep into the corner. And now he's going to get, oh, he made contact with Bach over. Talking all over myself tonight, everybody. Looks like Mark went in a little too hot. Had to check up. Got out of the groove and then came back down in front of the 44. Communicating with race control right there, ladies and gentlemen. Just getting some information back from him. So Mark got around Derek. Now in the 6th position. Jamie got around the Dutchman. So Jamie's now up to 4th. You got Phillip Van Vliet in 5th. Aaron Backover is in 8th. We go back, we take a look at Tanner Marr. Kind of making his way back up through the field. Pulls a little bit of a slide job on the number 11 right there. This is a battle for the 14th position, 14th and 15th. Tanner Marr trying to go around the 18 of Bradley Yo. We're side by side back here. You got Mike Hamlin, Steven Johnson, Brian Dees, and Chris Carroll all in this mix back here. Then Samuel Lawson. He's got a pretty good view of this battle. We go on board with 24. Ooh, 99 of Carroll. We saw it right there. He almost made contact with the 23 of Hamlin. Had to back out of it. Kind of using that apron to get that car to rotate through 1 and 2. This is a great battle going on back here. It's almost 3 wide up there at the front of this pack. I believe that's Paul Ellison in the 55. He's battling Brian Zimmerman in the 21. And Brian Zimmerman has some right front damage to that number 21 Ford Mustang. Brian Zimmerman out here representing 5 Kings Motorsports. We got a caution. Oh! Championship implications. Dalton Kilrow. Looks like he's now leader of the modified division. What happened there? Oh, him and Bockover make contact. Oh, Poliski involved. Let's go back and take another look at it. Dalton tries to make a move, gets into the back of Bockover. Looks like he might have locked up the brakes. Trying to go in a little too hard there. And unfortunately, Bockover and Kilrow, Poliski, they all got involved with this one. Dalton Kilrow was your championship leader going into tonight. And second was actually Ty Morosco, so, I mean, they're teammates, but this is good news for Ty Morosco. He gonna get some good points as long as he gets a good finish. And right now, Ty's up in the 8th position. All right, so a couple of drivers went down pit road. You got, well, a bunch of guys on pit road, actually. You got Bradley Yo back there, Steven Johnson, Phil Van Fleet, all these guys coming down pit lane. So Ty Morosco brought it down pit side and pretty much brought everybody else with him. Jamie Walker stays out here, last pit on lap 18. I tell you what, let's talk to the number 7 here, Cody Gibson. See if we can't dial him up. Cody Gibson, driver of the number 7, Sam in the booth, you got a copy? Hey man, you come down pit road, get some fuel. What's the strategy looking like out there? How we feeling? You were up there leading a few laps. Hanging on to the top 10. What's the strategy?
Man, this car is handling great. I went ahead and took 2 tires, and I don't know, see where it comes from there.
All right, man. Well, hey, good luck out there. Looks like you guys are getting ready to go back green flag racing. Hopefully we'll see you up at the front at the end of this thing.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So that was Cody Gibson, driver of the number 7. Now, first time we ever talked to him under race conditions. Shout out to Cody for talking to us there for a second. So the pace car is going to pull on off. Jamie Walker is going to be in control of this one with Ty Morosco to his outside. So you heard Cody Gibson said he took 2 tires there. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out for the number 7. Jamie Walker in the restart zone, fires them off. We're back underway. Good launch there for the number 88. Gets a good jump out in front of Ty Morosco. Mark Arthur now 3rd, and now we're going to be back under caution. Problems back here. Looks like maybe Bockover, maybe Alberico. I'm not sure. Oh, Alberico gets into the 23. Turns Mike Hamlin. Looks like he just overshoots the corner. Gets into the 23. I think that one's pretty cut and dry, ladies and gentlemen. So not a good night for the number 23 for his first time back. So we got any other drivers coming down pit road? Doesn't look like it. So let's see here. Let's make sure they're not going to have a quick yellow here. All right, we're going to go one more lap. Since we got a caution, let's see if we can't talk to him here. Driver the number 71, Chris Legou at Sam in the booth. You got a copy?
I do, buddy. How are you?
Good, man. Hey, we saw you get a penalty there at the beginning of the race. You got a couple of cautions. You able to bounce back here tonight, get a good finish?
Good would be a finish for me. You know me, Sam. This track and I have never got along, so a finish would be a good finish.
All right, man. Well, hey, you guys are going to get ready to go back green flag racing here soon. We wish you luck in the rest of the race.
All right. Thanks up there in the booth, bud. Doing a great job.
Thank you, Chris. Good luck.
Thank you.
That was Chris Legou. Just get a chance to talk to some of these guys. Ooh, a little bit of strategy here by the number 12. He's bringing it down pit side. That's going to put him all the way at the back, but he's going to have the most fuel. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you again for tuning in to True Sim Productions here on a Sunday night, making us a part of your Sunday evening here with Blazing Pedals. Brought to you by Savage Edge Graphics. If you need t-shirts or anything of the sort, Corey Sherman and Amanda Sherman, they'll put your name on anything, savageedge.com. Go check them out. Also, if you're interested, you can pick yourself up a True Sim Productions t-shirt. Which, if you watch Track Talk, which you go follow our Facebook page, you go watch Track Talk. That's our pre-race show before every race on Sunday. Tanner actually just gave out a True Sim Productions t-shirt today. Winner of that was Corey Rutherford. So, race control coming through. The prior caution between the 41 and the 44 was on the 41, and the last caution that just came out between Alberico and the 23 of Hamlin, that's on the 83. So race control letting us know right there, the 41 and the 83 both received EOLs for the last two cautions there. The 41 obviously got the last caution, but we're just letting you guys know what's going on as we get the info. Jamie Walker in control once again. Ty Morosco to his outside. Now it looks like that number 1 has a little bit of right side damage to it. Hopefully that doesn't affect him here tonight. Ooh, a little bit of camera stutter there. Into the restart zone. Jamie fires him off, and we're back under green. So again, they can't change lanes to the start-finish line, and they can't go below that dog leg until lap 2. Jamie Walker gets a good restart here, and Cody Gibson with them fresher tires, he's coming on the outside lane. Now, I don't see Jamie putting up too much of a fight here if he knows that 7 is on better tires right now. Once Cody gets to him, if Jamie was smart, he would just kind of back off, let him go, and kind of save his own tires, right? You don't want to burn your stuff up too early, especially at a track like Phoenix. Ty Morosco doing a good job here tonight, and same with the number 3 of Corey Sherman. Sherman's still up inside the top 5 right now. Under pressure from Derek Paulson there. Paulson looks like he didn't get that good of an entry and lost a little bit of time here to the number 3. We go back, we got a battle for the 10th position right now. That's Tanner Marr at the bottom side of the racetrack with Brian Dees up at the top side. Ooh, Tanner goes up the track, and we're going to be under caution once again here on lap 50. We see the car stop there. Not sure who that was. Ooh, the 34. David Douthwaite. Oh my goodness. I shouldn't have even interviewed you, Chris. I'm sorry. I see Chris Legou is involved. Oh no, Mark Arthur involved. There was a lot going on there. So it wasn't, that's not where we need to be. Oh, there it is right there. The 27 of Lagoon, who is, or I'm sorry, that's not, it's Michael Miller, I believe. Is that the 27? Trying to check my race control app here. Yeah, that's 27 of Michael Miller. Let's get the chopper here. Tries to get a run on the 24, just cuts down on the 76. And it's just chaos from there on out. Everybody coming in late. Mark Arthur coming in way late. Let's you know what? Let's do this. On board with Mark Arthur. Look at that. Can't see anything. He was checking up though. We will give him that. He was on the brakes. Take a look at it from Chris Legou's point of view. Oh, just no time to react. No time to react whatsoever. On board with David Douthwaite. Again, I mean, just checking up. He didn't know where he was going to go. The 27 bounced off the outside retaining wall and came back down the racetrack, and it was just a big mess from there on out. A lot of good cars involved with that one. Race control coming through. Number 27 of Michael Miller is going to be receiving the EOL for that one. All right, so getting ready to go back under the green flag here. Lap 53 of 194, still a long way to go. A lot of drivers stayed out there. The first driver to come down pit road was Ty Morosco in the number 1. Last pit on lap 50, so Ty Morosco can go a little bit longer than the rest of these guys, but Cody Gibson, Corey Sherman going to lead them down here for this restart. The restart zone. Green flag is back out in the air. Corey Sherman got a really good restart right there. He's going to be able to clear the number 55. So we go down into turns 1 and 2. Gibson able to slide up in front of the number 3. And how about Tanner Marr making a move here up inside the top 5 for the first time tonight? Same with Brian Dees in the number 17. Dees now up into 3rd. Brian Dees up 29 spots since the start of this race. Cody Gibson, Corey Sherman still out front as we're going to be back under caution. Oh my. A lot going on with this one too, I believe. We're on board with Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman. Oh, him and Nick Okier make contact. Oh, it's Derek Paulson up in front of him. Oh, man, nowhere to go. Oh, Casey Campbell makes contact with the 6. And 6 is going to go around, collects. That's Donald Bennett in the 31. Nick Okier involved. Rick Thompson involved in this one. Unfortunate for a bunch of these guys. Tell you what. All right, so you know what? Yeah, we can do that. Let's see here. Race control coming through. The number 73, Case Campbell, is going to be getting the EOL on that one. Yeah, they get 1 to green right here. No, okay, so. Oh, well, never mind. We can't talk to Tanner Marr, ladies and gentlemen. I was going to bring him up. But Tanner Marr not in team speed. There we go. How about this?
We're in turn
Paul
3.
Ellison, driver the number 55 at Sam in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Sam.
Hey, didn't mean to walk over you there talking to your team, but you're having a good run out there. Wanted to bring you up and talk to you. How you feeling out there in that Ford Mustang?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not great at this track, but I'm just trying to keep my nose clean, just ride around here and stay out of trouble.
So with these cautions, what's that doing to your guys' strategy right now? Is that hurting it or helping it?
Oh, it's helping me a lot. I was planning on double stinting the first set of tires just to have a set for later in case the caution comes out. So it's really helping me out because I'm not having to burn a lot under green.
All right, man. Well, hey, we're going to get you back down there and so you can figure out what you're going to do the rest of this race. We're going to wish you luck and stay up there in the top 5, man.
Appreciate it, Sam. Have a good one.
All right, that was Paul Ellison, driver the number 55. I'm doing these interviews on the fly, ladies and gentlemen, trying to figure out what to ask these guys. I don't want them to have to give away their strategy, right? All right, we're going to re-rack them, restack them, and fire them off one more time. Cody Gibson, Corey Sherman going to lead them down once again. Lap 59 of 194. They're going to be coming to lap 60. Still a long way to go, and still a long way to go for that halfway point yet. Down into turns 3 and 4. Cody Gibson in the restart zone. Fires them off, and we're back underway. Corey Sherman with another good restart on the outside. Now he is under fire from the 17 of Brian Dees. Dees going to take a peek to the inside into 1 and 2. Sherman up on the top side of the racetrack. Brian Dees back there in third. All these guys last pit on lap 38. Looks like Sherman and Gibson took tires. We go back to Paul Ellison. We just talked to him under caution. That he's not really a big fan of this track. Not that great here, but having a good run right now up there inside the top 5. Same with Steven Johnson in the number 11. Having a good run out there. Up 29 spots since the start of this race back there in 5th. Tanner Marr back in 6th, under fire from Ed Boyles Jr. right now in the 7th position. Jamie Walker trying to make his way back up through the field, currently sits in 8th as we go 3 wide through the dog leg. Everybody sorts it back out. Brian Zimmerman up there at the top side of the racetrack, going to let teammate Chris Carroll go by. We go back, we got Ty Morosco. Now, Ty was one of those drivers to pit on lap 50. Same with Chris Carroll. Ty's trying to fight his way back up towards the front, currently sitting in 11th position. Got Bradley Yo making his way around the number 24, Sam Lawson through the dog leg. A little bit of wall contact right there. And now Taylor Butcher Benjamin to the inside of the governor. Taylor fighting back from an early penalty. Down to the inside in 3 and 4. He's got Dave Seats right behind him, trying to follow him through. Ooh, another camera glitch there. Sorry for jumping around right there, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like Cody Gibson's got a lap car to work with here. That's Mike Hamlin. Now, Mike Hamlin is not a lap down currently, so he's going to fight to try and stay on that lead lap and hope for a caution. So Cody's got to find a way around him, and now Corey Sherman is starting to catch up to the number 7 as they've pulled away from the number 17 of Brian Dees. And then you go back a ways, it's Steven Johnson. Now Jamie Walker and up inside the top 5. He's got Chris Carroll right behind him. Both of these guys are on fresh tires making their way through the field. Ooh, another camera glitch. Man, I tell you what, the budget for the cameras here at Phoenix are ridiculous. Ooh, we're almost 3 wide back here. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Ed Bulls Jr., and Brad Yo. Taylor thought about it, thought different, backed out of it. Had a good run on these guys. Now takes a peek down through the dog leg. Taylor to the bottom side of the racetrack. Ed Boyles Jr. up top. This is a battle for 10th right now. Taylor trying to get back up inside the top 10. Cody Gibson going around Philip Van Fleet. The Dutchman, heavy front end damage. Unfortunate for the number 89. He was having such a good run. These lap cars have allowed Corey Sherman to catch up to the back bumper of the number 7. Last time we saw the number 3 in victory lane was last season at Talladega. He does run very well here. I remember last season he was running second near the end of this thing. So Corey Sherman has good finishes here. Cody Gibson, the rookie here this year, out here leading the way. Running a different line too than the number 3. If we take a look at his entry there in 1 and 2, enters a little bit higher and kind of pulls it down late. Gets a straighter shot off the corner. Doesn't have to worry about smacking the right side of the car off of the outside wall. So ladies and gentlemen, we are on lap 70 of 194. We still have a long way to go. We're going to take our first commercial break of the evening. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
shut up and sit down.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. We got to cut it short, ladies and gentlemen. We have a caution on the speedway. I'm not sure what happened here. Joshua Rutherford gets into the wall. Not sure if that was it or not. Let's take a look at this incident right here. Not sure. Okay, so I think it was the 5 of Rutherford. Yeah, Rutherford stops on the racetrack. He got the black flag for having too damage of a race car. What we call here on iRacing, we call it a meatball flag. Looks like he couldn't keep that car under control, had to stop it on the inside wall, park it, and get out. As I'm getting word from race control right now, yep, there it is. The number 5 engine blew, causing the caution. No EOL for that one. So, interesting. As pit road is a busy place right now. A bunch of people are on pit road. Taylor Butch Benjamin coming off right now. Dave Seats comes off pit road in second, or no, I'm sorry. He stays out on the racetrack. Last pit on lap 38 and took tires as well. That gave the lead over right now to Andy Poliski, but these guys are going to come down pit road. At least this is what timing and scoring is telling me right now, everybody. So that handed the lead over to Chris Carroll for the first time this evening, number 99. So it looks like Rick Thompson's waiting to get the wave around here. Currently showing Rick Thompson 1 lap down, so he'll be able to get a lap back here, get back on the lead lap, make something happen here tonight, get a good points tonight. Because remember, everybody, there's no more winning you're in this season. If you get a win, you're not automatically locked into the playoffs. Every point is going to matter. Tanner and Mark were talking about it on Track Talk earlier in the evening. You have to get back out there and try and salvage a night, even if you're involved in a wreck. And I see that's what a lot of these guys are doing. So no, I don't see anything in the infield care center for Corey Rutherford yet. Probably still getting checked out. Lights are going to go off on the pace car. Chris Carroll and Jamie Walker going to be on the front row of this one. All right, so it looks like we have Corey Ruthford coming out of the infield care center right now. And Corey, we got word from race control that the engine might have let go in that number 5 machine. You want to tell us what happened?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. After that initial incident with the 44 at the beginning of the race there, I had so much damage. I was just limping it around, hoping for cautions to get damage repaired, and it just blew out of the blue. It wasn't overheating or anything. It just decided to let go. So we're out.
Well, unfortunate night. Not able to get an engine changed in time to go out and turn some more laps, I assume?
Most likely not. Crew told me it's going to take at least 40 minutes, so the odds of the race being done by then are pretty high. So I think we're done. Probably just sit on the box and spot for my teammates and try to get one of them up there to a win.
All right, man. Well, hey, we'll get you back down there so you can help out your teammates. And sorry about your night, man. Hopefully you got better luck next week.
I appreciate it, Sam.
So that was driver Corey Ruthford, the number 5. Just having problems with the engine, ladies and gentlemen. It's unfortunate. It happens. He was involved with that wreck. He had a good qualifying effort. Started up near the front of the field, got involved in one of those accidents, and then the engine decides to expire on the number 5. So number 5 going on the hauler. We're going to see him next week. Which, by the way, I want to double check real quick. Right now, Chris Carroll still your race leader. Jamie Walker kind of losing some time right now. He's losing positions to the number 11 and the number 7. That's Steven Johnson and Cody Gibson. All right, so next week, so I consider this somewhat of a short track. It's a mile long, right? And next week, we are heading to, looks like Homestead. So we're going back to a mile and a half next week, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be an interesting race as well. Is the top group going to work? Are we going to see a lot of guys maybe running the wall? Not sure. But Chris Carroll, your race leader, he's starting to go backwards. Same with Jamie Walker. Now, those two did come down and pit on lap 76 with everybody else. However, they both did not take tires. Cody Gibson, Steven Johnson, Corey Sherman, Brian Dees, all these guys, they took tires. They're ready to go. That's why they're out here out front. That's why Chris Carroll and Jamie Walker are back here. They're just losing time right now. Lap 85 of 194 here this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Gibson maintains the race lead once again. Steven Johnson, for the first time, is up there in second, trying to run him down. Steven Johnson trying to run down Cody Gibson. Corey Sherman holds on to the third position. Brian Dees trying to take it away. Chris Carroll is falling back from these guys. Ty Morosco now trying to make his way around Jamie Walker, and Tanner Marr up there in 8th. Tanner having a good run here tonight. We're on lap 89. When we come to take lap 98, that's our halfway point. Lap 97 is our halfway point. When we take lap 98, Whoever's leading at that point, that's the True Sim Productions halfway point. They're going to get $2. $2.50, if you will. Corey Sherman looks like he might have entered a little too low there in 3 and 4. Almost got the inside wall. That number 3 Toyota Supra, man, Savage Edge graphics on the hood. Looking good out there. Maybe orange is your color, Corey. So Ty Morosco was able to get around Jamie Walker. Now he's to the inside of Chris Carroll. He's going to get that position with ease. Put Ty Morosco back up inside the top 5. And again, with Dalton Kiro getting involved in one of those accidents, kind of ruining Dalton's race. Dalton's right now back in the 25th spot. Ty has a good run tonight. He might be able to take over the points lead. Go back a little bit further. It's Brian Zimmerman underneath Tanner Marr. This is a battle for your 8th position. Brian Zimmerman's going to go ahead and get around him. So Zimmy takes over 8th. Tanner back to 9th. Paul Ellison holds on to 10th. And we go back to Taylor Butcher Benjamin, who's actually bounced back pretty well, I'd say, from that early race penalty. Now under pressure from Dave Seats. Seats is going to look to the outside. Looks like Taylor's just going to let him go there. Taylor was a fuel-only stop for the number 10. Trying to hang on to a set of tires here. Dave Seats now up into 11th. Taylor back to 12th. When we go back to 13th, we got the governor, Sam Lawson. If I could talk this evening. Running in 13th position, then right behind him, Kyle, the Wild Man Wellman. Ed Bowles Jr. trying to get around him. That would be a battle for our 14th position. Ed currently running in 15th. Then you go back to 16th, it's Mark Arthur in the number 12. '17th is Bradley Yo. He's got Gary Miller behind him. Now, Gary was involved in the first accident here tonight in Phoenix. You can tell, still missing the front clip on that number 2 machine. He's got Mike Hamlin to his inside right now. Mike Hamlin is 19th. Now, Hamlin gets around the 2 car, puts Hamlin up into 18th. Let's go back up to the front of the field. It is still Cody Gibson leading the way. Steven Johnson running second. 2 laps to go here for the halfway point. Now 1. So will Steven Johnson be able to get to him, get around him? I don't think, oh, he got the wall a little bit right there on entry. Into 3 and 4, out of turn number 4, we're going to hit the True Sim Productions halfway point. It goes to Cody Gibson. I tell you what, that number 7 is looking good out here tonight. Lap 98 of 194. We should start seeing green flag pit stops here pretty shortly, I'd say. Everybody last pit on lap 76. I'd say, let's see here. Let's bring up our fuel window one more time. It's 35 to 45 laps on fuel. I think they can do about 40. These guys have been out there for about 25, 24 laps right now. So we got probably about 20 more laps here until we start seeing green flag pit stops. We take lap 100 of 194. We're going to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to cut it short real quick. We do have a caution out on the speedway. We're going to go back and see what happened here. Ooh, little contact there between Simi and I believe that's Fred Thompson. I'm not sure what brought out the yellow here, though. We're waiting to see here. I'm not exactly sure. So, looks like maybe a little bit of contact here on pit road between Carroll and Walker. Still trying to locate the caution, because I am not 100% sure what happened. Ooh, the 32 gets into the outside wall. I'm not sure on that one. I think it's a debris caution, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a lot of cars out there rolling around with bare bond on that and them race cars. Could be a Josh Wilson incident. We'll wait to hear from race control. Once we hear from race control, we'll see what we'll see if we can't get a replay on it. How about this? The number 24 Samuel Lawson stays out on the racetrack. Same with Joe Alberico in the 83. Corey Sherman, he came down pit road there on lap 102. Fuel only for the number 3, and I think Cody Gibson might have taken tires. Same with the 11 of Steven Johnson, but Paul Ellison, he made it back out there in 6th. Looks like fuel only stopped for the number 55, but everybody else back there on tires. Chris Carroll and Jamie Walker are now on fresh rubber. Same with the number 1 of Ty Morosco, sits back there in 10th. Tanner Marr with an 11-second stop. I believe that's fuel only, getting a little bit of damage fixed. So Joe Alberico and Samuel Lawson look like they want to stay out on the racetrack. A little bit of strategy here. Could it play into their favor? Again, everybody, thank you for tuning in to True Sim Productions here tonight. If you like what you see, be sure to like the stream and go ahead and click that subscribe button. We're live pretty much every day of the week here. Tomorrow night, we got Crooked Lines Super Late Models presented by USAFirearms.com. So be sure to check that out tomorrow night at, I believe we're going to be going live 7:45 p.m. Eastern time. Or 8:45, I'm sorry, 8:45 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night. As Lawson in the restart zone fires them off, Alberico did not get the start he wanted. And how about the number 11 of Steven Johnson going to go to the outside of Corey Sherman. Great start for the number 3 and the number 11. And Cody Gibson got stuck behind the number 83 of Alberico as he tries to fight around him right here. Samuel Lawson now under pressure from the 11 of Steven Johnson is going to go ahead and let him go by here. Now Corey Sherman trying to get around the 24 of Lawson. He's going to cut the dog leg, try to get a run on him right here. So Corey Sherman able to get around Sam Lawson. That's for the second position. Now he's just going to get into a rhythm and pull away. All right, so getting word from race control. No EOL last caution because there shouldn't have been one. And that's his decision. So Hammer laying it down once again. He's got his work cut out for him, though, as we're under caution one more time here tonight on lap 108. Let's go back and see if we can't find out what happened. Gary Miller, and it looks like Mark Arthur. Oh, Bradley Yo going around. All right, so there's a lot to unpack right here. Let's go back and take a look at this. Mark comes up, slides, gets into the wall. Miller and Amanda Sherman have to miss it. But then, looks like problems for the number 18. Oh, wow. So let's see if we can't back this up a little bit more. It looks like he might. Looks like he tried to get a run on the 42. Maybe tried to drive it underneath of him and got loose on his own. Hit the inside wall. Luckily didn't bounce all the way up into the racing lane. But heavy right front damage to the number 18 of Bradley Yo. Gonna wait real quick to see if anybody wants to bring it down pit side. This is a good chance for some of these guys who maybe didn't take tires the last time to come down and get tires if they want them, unless they're trying to save them. But let's see if we can't get a word in with second place Corey Sherman. Hey, Corey Sherman, Sam in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Hey, man, you're having a good run out here. We saw you on Track Talk earlier in the evening tonight. You said you were pretty confident about tonight. Had a couple good finishes here in the past. Sitting second. What's the plan for the rest of the race, man?
Well, got a lot of cautions going on, so hopefully we can get some green flag runs in and actually do some racing.
All right. Well, hey, what's the strategy here? You got a set of tires you're saving until later, or are you not going to let us in on that?
I guess you'll have to wait and find out.
All right, man. Well, hey, you're having a good run out there. Good luck. Keep the car clean. We'll talk to you later.
All right, thanks a lot. Talk to you later.
Now his driver, the number 3, Corey Sherman, currently running in second position. So number 18 getting the EOL that time. The initial contact didn't trigger the yellow flag, but the 18 self-spinning brought out the yellow. That's the words from race control. So 18 receives an EOL for that one. And if you are just tuning in for the first time here for a Blazing Pedals broadcast here on True Sim Productions, what we're talking about is we have a live race control up in the booth. His name's Garrett. We call him the Hammer. So what happens when a yellow comes out? He goes back, he takes a look at it, determines fault. You get a 3-strike rule here with Blazing Pedals. The first one, you get an EOL. Second one's a black flag drive-through penalty. Real simple. You hit pit road, he clears it. It's just a simple drive-through penalty. Third one, you're asked to put the car up on the hauler. So 3-strike system here. Just so everybody's aware and up to date on that. So Steven Johnson in the number 11 with them fresh tires. He's going to be firing them off here with Corey Sherman, who is outside. Chris Carroll, Jamie Walker behind them. They are both on fresh tires as well. Pretty much everybody behind them except Paul Ellison has some fresh rubber here. Corey Sherman might be a sitting duck. We're going to see as we come down into the restart zone. Green flag back out in the air here. So Steven Johnson got a good launch. Now Sherman under pressure from Walker and Carroll. As we go through 1 and 2. Carroll was able to get around Corey Sherman pretty easily, and Jamie Walker as well. Walker with some pretty, I don't know if I'd call that significant, but it looks pretty bad on that number 88. Hopefully that doesn't hurt him. We know that these cars, just the slightest tap on the nose, they're gonna start to overheat. Carroll looking for the race lead, trying to gain it back one more time here tonight. Steven Johnson, though, doing a good job holding on to it right now. Carroll into the outside wall there, going into 3 and 4. Steven Johnson has a clean race car right now. He's doing a good job out there leading this thing. First time he's been out front all night long. Up 33 spots since the start of this race. Oh, both him and Carroll tapped the outside wall. Steven Johnson, he loses his line. Maybe not. Maybe it works for him. He goes to the top side of the racetrack, trying something a little bit different. Corey Sherman, though, on them older tires, he's kind of going backwards right now. Now under fire from Ty Morosco, Cody Gibson, and Brian Dees. Go back a little bit further, you see Taylor Butcher-Benjamin right there. Then we got Kyle, the Wildman Wellman, running in 9th. Paul Ellison in 10th. Right behind Ellison is Dalton Kilroe. Now, Dalton is quite a few, or I don't even think Dalton's a lap down. I'm trying to find him here on timing and scoring. I'll give you an update on the 41. Oh, wow. Believe it or not, Dalton Kilroe, ladies and gentlemen, this man is running in 11th. With no flipping hood on that car. How about that? Dalton Kilroe taking fuel only the last stop there on lap 103. No hood on the front of that car right now. And trying to make his way up inside the top 10. Let's go back up to the front of the field. Steven Johnson. Tell you what, he's trying a different line right here, and it seems to be working for him coming off of turn number 2. Got a pretty good gap back to Chris Carroll. Can we see a first-time winner here tonight? Still a long way to go. They at least got one more pit stop before the end of this thing, maybe 2. Taylor Butcher-Benjamin right behind his teammate Brian Dees. Those are guys part of the MFRD, or MF Racing Designs, I should say. Teammates Ty Morosco, Brian Dees, and Taylor Butcher-Benjamin. They're 4th, 5th, and 6th. Corey Sherman has fallen back to 7th, but remember, Corey did not take tires that last pit stop. I think he's trying to save his set. Now under fire from the 42 of the Wildman Wellman. Cody Gibson still trying to fight his way back up through the field. Cody Gibson has led quite a few laps here tonight. And still Dalton Kilroe making a charge up towards the front here. I don't know how that car is handling the way he wants it to right now, but he's making it work. Back up front, Steven Johnson, and this is what I wanted to point out a couple of laps ago. Look at the line he's running here in 1 and 2. Now, I was talking to a few drivers before the race, and I kind of asked them, hey, Would a top to bottom line kind of work in 1 and 2? Do you guys think it would be useful tonight? And they were saying, I don't know, it's going to wear the right front tire, maybe not a good idea. They're probably going to stay away from it. Well, Steven Johnson's trying it, and he's proven that it's working, because right now he's about half a second, 0.6 out from Chris Carroll. Michael Foxy out in chat, 41 is a beast. Well, let's not get too carried away now, but he is doing a good job out there in 10th after getting involved with that wreck earlier in the race. We all love Dalton. We're just giving him a hard time, as always, ladies and gentlemen. So lap 123 of 194. Got a good green flag run going right here. We're about 22 laps, I'd say, into a fuel run. We're going to try and crank out these commercials and get shout-outs and pay the bills, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Shut up and sit down.
Put the power of Southern Shores Realty to work for you. With over 30 professionals in sales and rental management, Southern Shores Realty and I will get the job done right. I'm Rick Thompson, your Outer Banks real estate expert.
Call 261-2000.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Back live here on True Sim Productions. Steven Johnson's still your race leader. Jamie Walker is second. It looks like green flag pit stops are going to be starting right now because Chris Carroll brings it down pit side. Lap 133 of 194 here at Phoenix. When will the number 11 bring it down pit side? Chris Carroll trying to short pit him. So Ty Morosco now runs in third. He still has his teammates behind him, Brian Dees and Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Kyle the Wildman Wellman moved up into sixth. Corey Sherman in seventh. So the question is when these drivers come down pit road, what is their strategy going to be? Chris Carroll is back out on the racetrack in 25th, one lap down right now. 15-second pit stop. So Chris Carroll took 4 fresh tires there on that last stop. Steven Johnson still leading the way, still elects to keep it out on the racetrack right now. Steven Johnson last pit on lap 102. And now Cody Gibson bringing the number 7 down pit road. So Chris Carroll has started green flag pit stops as you see Brian Zimmerman bringing it down pit side as well. Number 11 is Steven Johnson, keeps it out on the racetrack. Same with Jamie Walker. So different strategies being played by guys up near the front. Chris Carroll's been on pit road. Cody Gibson has been on pit road. Same with Brian Zimmerman. Now Kyle Wellman brings it down pit side. As we got a pretty big battle going on right here, a bunch of cars. Dalton Kilrow up to 8th, ladies and gentlemen, with no hood on the car. Oliski got some pretty significant rear end damage to the number 32 machine. Remember, he was involved in that accident earlier in the race. He is still up inside the top 10. Paul Ellison rounds out the top 10 right now in the number 55. Corey Sherman bringing it down pit road. Steven Johnson still keeps it out on the racetrack. Same with Jamie Walker, Ty Morosco, Brian Dees, and Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Mark Arthur is now back up inside the top 10, sitting in 6th. It looks like that car of Dalton Kilrows is starting to hurt him as Ellison's going around the outside. Problems back there for the number 31 of Donald Bennett. He's going to stuff it into the outside wall. And we're going to be under caution. Oh, man. Oh, boy. So now your strategy changes and all these guys who just pit. Oh, no. One person could stay out here, ladies and gentlemen, and keep a couple of guys a lap down. I know there's drivers who didn't want to see that. Drivers like Chris Carroll, Kyle Wellman, Cody Gibson, Corey Sherman. All these guys are being shown one lap down right now, but you see Steven Johnson and Jamie Walker, they're bringing it down pit road. Steven Johnson had a pretty good stop there, 14.8. Dees with a 14.9. Walker's still in his pit box. Looks like Steven Johnson's going to beat him off pit road here. It's going to be close. Johnson gets out. Walker's still in pit road. 18-second stop for Jamie Walker. Looks like they didn't get the lugs tight enough on that left rear on the first go around. The tire changer, he had to try again, get those lugs tight on the 88 of Jamie Walker there on that pit stop. Walker goes back to fourth here. So Steven Johnson holds on to the race lead. See, a lot of guys got their lap back, so Corey Sherman is going to get the wave around. But he does have fresh tires, but now so does everybody else, and he's sitting in 24th. So, man, that is not what the number 3 wanted to see. He was having such a good run up there. Same with Chris Carroll. I mean, Chris Carroll is going to have to work his way back up through the field. Cody Gibson, Kyle Wellman, Brian Zimmerman, Ed Boyles Jr. even. All right, the lights are going off on the pace car. Steven Johnson, Ty Morosco going to be on the front row for this one. 143 of 194 here at Phoenix. And that number 11 has been pretty good ever since he's gotten out front. Pace car is going to duck on down pit road. Johnson has control of the field inside the restart zone. See if Ty Morosco can get a good launch here. In the restart zone. Fires them off, and we're back underway. So everybody pretty much pit on lap 140. You can do about 40 laps on fuel. We still need one more pit stop to seal the deal in this thing. Ty Morosco got a pretty good jump there, going into 1 and 2, trying to get on the back bumper of Steven Johnson as we go down the back straightaway. Jamie Walker back there in 4th, trying to work his way around Brian Dees in the number 17. Ty Morosco takes a peek to the inside of the number 1 here, going down through the dog lane. Jamie Walker makes his way around Brian Dees right here in the 1 and 2. So we got 50 laps to go here at Phoenix. So a long way to go, and anything can happen. Steven Johnson still maintains the race lead. He's got Ty Morosco all over his back bumper, though. Morosco wants the race lead. Ty Morosco still looking for his first win in Blazing Pedals. He has won the Clash, but looking for that first points pay and win. As you see, Johnson goes to the top side of the racetrack, but he's just going to get the best run ever coming off the corner, running that high line. Ty Morosco on the bottom, he just couldn't get the power down quick enough to make a move on the number 11. And now Jamie Walker starting to catch up to these two. Top 3 starting to pull away. Jamie Walker starting to reel in the number 1 of Ty Morosco. Morosco still trying to get around the 11 of Johnson. Johnson's starting to pull away just a little bit, though. Gap is now out to a half a second. We got 46 laps to go. Walker to the inside of Morosco, down through the dog leg. Go back to about 5th and 6th. You got Paul Ellison back here in 6th. Mark Arthur back in 8th. Trying to get around the number 32 of Poliski. Arthur into the outside wall. How about Mike Camlin bouncing back from a pretty rough night, sitting there in the 9th position. Same with Dave Seats. Both Limitless Motorsports drivers up there inside the top 10. Samuel Lawson having a good run inside the top 15. Sitting in 11th in the number 24 TSP Ford Mustang. Back up to the front, you got Steven Johnson, then Jamie Walker. Walker got around Ty Morosco a couple laps ago. Now trying to run down the number 11 here for the first time this evening. Gap is about 0.3 of a second. .43 laps to go, now 42 for the number 11 of Steven Johnson, but he's got a mirror full of Jamie Walker. Ty Morosco works around Taylor Butcher Benjamin. Taylor trying to get a run here on the number 1. These are teammates. I don't know if anybody else caught that, but we see it, Taylor. I got to get a shot of that. Hold on. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, he got a SpongeBob helmet on. Anybody else see that? That's cool. Little battle going on up here at the front. Jamie Walker trying to take over the race lead. Oh, caution flag out on the speedway. All right, so race control getting to me right now, letting me know that the last caution was the number 4. And then we had an issue apparently where the number 38 received a black flag, I believe, entering pit road, because it was right as the caution flag fell. So he was, race control was dealing with getting the field sorted out and everything like that of the sort. And I believe we're going to see a pretty busy pit road right here. Okay, so drivers are on pit road. We're gonna go back and take a look at what happened. Oh, the 83 makes contact with the 41 of Dalton Kilrow here. Go back and get another angle at it. Down into the corner here, that's 3 and 4. Race control coming through saying that is on the 83. And he's going to be receiving a drive-through penalty. So that's infraction number 2 for the number 83 here tonight at Phoenix. Okay, so now I'm trying to get caught up here with timing and scoring. It's showing Chris Carroll's the race leader, but he's on pit road. Been on pit road for a hot minute. Jamie Walker, I believe, is going to take over the race lead, and then Paul Ellison's going to be second. But Steven Johnson pitting on lap 156 here. And he's going to fall all the way back here with Corey Sherman, who also pit. Now, they are going to be cutting it super, super close on fuel here, I'm pretty sure. Trying to do some quick math right now. Again, we got a 35 to 45 lap fuel window. Drivers can probably go about 40 if we're being brutally honest on it. Yeah, I mean, I like the call at the number 11, Steven Johnson and Corey Sherman back here. But Corey Sherman, fuel only, while Steven Johnson took tires. So we got a 6th place Ty Morosco, also pit on lap 156, and on back to from him, everybody else pit, but they all took fuel only. And the first car on tires that round of pit stop is Steven Johnson in the number 11. But we're going to re-rack them, restack them, and fire them off one more time. Jamie Walker and Paul Ellison going to lead them down. So the thing is, I think a couple of these guys out in the front, Jamie Walker, Paul Ellison, I think they're staying out because they're thinking they're going to get another quick caution and they're going to be able to pit here in a couple of laps and basically guarantee to make it on fuel. Green flag back out in the air, though. Walker gets a really good jump over Paul Ellison. I think he kind of caught the 55 sleeping a little bit there. Now Ellison's going to be under fire from teammate Andy Poliski, and he's got Cody Gibson on the back bumper as well. Ty Morosco, one of the first drivers to come down pit road. He's trying to make his way back up there now on the outside of Poliski going down the back straightaway. Walker now out to about a 6/10 lead. He's getting into a rhythm here. We got 34 laps to go. Anything can still happen, and I think a bunch of these guys might have to stop one more time. Let's go back and take a look at Steven Johnson and Corey Sherman. They're working their way through the field right now. Remember, the number 11 is on fresh rubber right now. Oh, he's looking to make it 3 wide right here. I think that was a smart move. Kind of back out of it. There's still a long way to go. You got to be patient. You got them fresh tires. You know you're going to get around them. Cuts the dog leg here. He's going to have a good run on the number 18 going into turns 1 and 2. Now side by side with Corey Sherman and right on the back bumper of the number 12. We're watching Steven Johnson because he was one of the only drivers to come down pit road that caution and take tires. He's already up into 10th. There's 32 laps to go. Jamie Walker and Paul Ellison, these guys, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to stop at least one more time for fuel. So if the caution doesn't fly for them soon, I think their strategy might be out the window. Cody Gibson has found his way back up inside the top 5. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. He's got Ty Morosco right behind him. A little bit of a gap to Morosco right now. Morosco doing a good job staying up inside the top 5 in his MFRD Ford Mustang. Again, Mike Hamlin bouncing back from a rough start to this race. And same with teammate Dave Seats. Both of them running 7th and 8th right now. Steven Johnson worked his way around those guys, and he is now going around Brian Deese here. That's for 5th. Can Johnson make it the rest of the way on fuel? So he's around Ty Morosco right now. That's for the 4th position. Going back to his line he was running before. Running the top on entry of 1 and 2 and cutting it down late. And I'm telling you, I knew that was going to be the line from the beginning of this race, and finally someone's using it and proving me right. Got a good run on the 7 here of Cody Gibson. He's going to go to the top side of the racetrack. He's wasting no time getting around these guys working his way up through the field. Jamie Walker, though, has a 1.5 second gap over 2nd place Paul Ellison. So Johnson's going to have to get around Ellison and really get into a rhythm here with 28 laps to go. Oh, we got a caution on the speedway, and I tell you what, that's in favor of Jamie Walker, Steven Johnson, or no, I'm sorry, Paul Ellison, Cody Gibson. We got to go back and see what happened. Oh, no. Oh, my. Oh, I think Corey lucked out with that one. Oh, Poliski and Carroll. Oh, Derek Paulson hard into the barrels. Let's go back and see what happened to Paulson. So there's contact between Arthur and Benjamin. We'll go back and look at that here in a second. But contact there, and bam. Into the barrels goes Derek Paulson. Oh, he got Tony Stewart up on them barrels. Look at that. Tell you what, that's probably going to make the Shop Talk 5 tomorrow night. So let's go back and see this original contact. Oh, that was Mark getting into the 10. And everybody coming in behind. Man. So let's see here. So, race control coming through, bringing down the hammer. Looks like it's going to be on the number 6. That is what brought out the yellow, according to race control. So, Derek Paulson will be receiving the EOL on this one. So that gave the lead over to Steven Johnson. Jamie Walker came down pit road. A bunch of other guys came down pit road as well. Corey Sherman, he came down and got a set of tires. Mike Hamlin, Dave Seats, Cody Gibson. This race with 24 laps to go. It's just getting started, everybody. Lights are off on the pace car. Steven Johnson, Ty Morosco on the front row for this restart. Brian Dees and the Governor, row 2. Steven Johnson's going to lead him down to the restart zone. Green flag back out in the air. It's going to be 22 laps to go. Johnson with a really good restart. Morosco didn't get the restart he wanted right there. He's got Sam Lawson all over the back bumper as they go down into 1 and 2. Johnson goes up to the top side of the racetrack. Ty Morosco down to the bottom side. He's got teammate right behind him. That's Brian Dees. Side by side back here for the 4th position. That's Ed Boyles Jr. and Sam Lawson. Almost making contact there in 3 and 4. Lawson's going to go up to the top side of the racetrack, kind of get pushed out of the groove. As we're 3, almost 4 wide as they fan out going through the dog leg. Everybody with these tires, they're trying to make up ground. Corey Sherman stuck in the middle right now. He's got Taylor Butcher Benjamin on the inside, now trying to shoot the gap between him and Sam Lawson coming out of 2. Oh, we got one going around. Zimmerman in the wall. Oh, boy. I'm not sure who that was. We caught it right at the last second. 20 laps to go here at Phoenix. Things are really starting to heat up. Everybody going for every position they can on these restarts. We know they're going to be wild with this dog leg. Ooh, oh my goodness, Zimmerman. So that was, I don't believe that's what the caution was, because we had somebody going around before that. Trying to find it here. I believe it was 38. It's who it looked like went around. No, it wasn't. I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes this race control program just does not like to work with me. Let's see here. So we saw this happen with Zimmy. I want to go back and see. I think that might have been Wellman, actually. Let's go back and take a look. Yeah, Wellman gets loose right here off the corner. So I think that's what initially brought the caution out, but this is what we really need to look at, and that's Brian Zimmerman getting into the wall, goes down the racetrack, collects Tanner Marr, Michael Miller, Joe Alberico, Aaron Bockover gets a piece of it. Oh, I tell you what, take a look at that. We saw Corey Rutherford get through there as well. It's good to see the number 5 machine get back out there. Crew must have did a quick engine change on that car. Get him back out here and get some points. But Steven Johnson, your race leader. Now Jamie Walker in 2nd. We've got 18 laps to go. Walker has the better tires. So Steven Johnson, last pit on lap 156. He did take tires. Jamie, though, 169. So Jamie has the fresher tires. How quickly can he get around the number 11, get into some clean air, and start to pull away? He does have Cody Gibson to worry about as well. Gibson's been up front pretty much the entire race. He had fallen back, and in that he's worked his way back up inside the top 5, now in 3rd. If he can get a good restart here, might be able to hold Jamie off. You also got Ed Boyles Jr. up here. He's in 4th, up 27 spots since the drop of the green flag. Steven Johnson in control. It's going to be 16 laps to go when we take the green flag into the restart zone. Green flag back out in the air. Good jump for Steven Johnson. Race control coming through, saying 42 brought out the caution with the self spin. All the other stuff was after the yellow was in the air, so 42 got the UL for bringing out the caution on that one. Steven Johnson holds on to the race lead out of turn number 4, 15 laps to go. Gets into the outside wall just a little bit right there. Jamie is looking to the inside. Side by side coming off turn 2. Battle for the race lead down the back straightaway. Jamie Walker to the bottom side of the racetrack. Steven Johnson up top. Now Cody Gibson. He's right behind these guys. Caution flag out on the speedway. And Jamie Walker had the advantage over Steven Johnson. Jamie Walker to the race lead. So we have a couple of drivers on pit road. Looks like a few drivers taking some tires maybe late in the race here. So let's see here. Here we go. We got to get a replay of what happened real quick. Race control coming back and saying it was on the 18. Going down into the corners. Just gets into the left rear of the 2 and sends them around. So that is the 18th second infraction of the evening. Will result in a black flag pass-through penalty. All right, well, this will be the last restart. We got 11 laps to go. It's going to be 10 when we take the green flag. Jamie Walker, Steven Johnson on the front row for this one. In the restart zone, Walker fires them off, and we're back underway. 10 laps to go. Remember, they can't cut the dog leg until the second time around. Steven Johnson trying to get on the back bumper of the 88, trying to make something happen. Here comes Cody Gibson. Looking to the inside is Steven Johnson coming off turn number 2. Oh, we got one going around. It looks like the 64, Joshua Rutherford. That's going to put us under yellow one more time. So I think this is what a few drivers wanted to see here tonight. It's allowing Corey Sherman, Dave Seats, Mike Hamlin to start working their way up to the field here on these fresher tires. They're just getting chance after chance to get a couple more spots here and have a good night. Let's go back and see what happened. Ooh, the one of Morosco gets into the back of the 64, it looks like. Sends him around. Mark Arthur heavily involved. And race control coming through right now saying that is on the number 1 of Ty Morosco. Let's go back and take one more look at it. Coming off turn 2. Yep, right there. Just gets in the left rear of the 64. Turns him around. Mark Arthur involved. A couple other drivers involved. Everybody kind of struggling tonight here, Phoenix. So Steven Johnson's going to get another chance at a better restart here. Yeah, he's running out of laps, though, and with Walker on them fresher tires, it could be Jamie's race. Kind of looking over the timing and scoring, ladies and gentlemen. You got Corey Sherman back there in 7th. Last pit on lap 169. Same with Dave Seats and Mike Hamlin there in 5th and 6th. These guys are having great runs tonight. Gonna re-rack them, restack them, fire them off one more time. Gonna be 5 laps to go when we get the green flag. Did we see the last caution, or are we gonna see another one here? It's about to get wild. restart zone. He fires them off. We're back underway. 5 laps to go. Walker got a really good restart there. So did Johnson. Johnson's right there. He can make something happen if he could just make that car stick. Dave Seats looking to the inside of Paul Ellison right now. He's trying to bring teammate Mike Hamlin along with him. Corey Sherman back there trying to make up some ground as well. Seats down to the bottom side of the racetrack on the inside of Paul Ellison in the 55. 4 laps to go for Jamie Walker. Caution flag out on the speedway. Steven Johnson and Cody Gibson are going to get one more shot at this. Oh my. Oh, Ty Morosco and Rick Thompson look like got into it there. I don't know. There might have been a lot more going on before that. Let's go back. Already smoke here for Joe Alberico. It's like Chris Legou involved. Corey Rutherford maybe. Go check it out here. Oh, Rick Thompson and Joshua Rutherford making contact. And Ty Morosco getting into it after the fact. Looks like Amanda Sherman might have gotten a piece of this as well. So you know what that means, everybody. We're going into Blazing Pedals overtime, and we're going to get a green wire checker. All right, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Had something going on the back end there. So we're waiting for the lights to go off. We are going into overtime. Jamie Walker, Steven Johnson, Cody Gibson, Paul Ellison, Dave Seats, Mike Hamlin, Corey Sherman, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Ed Bulls Jr., and Brian Dees, your top 10. I think Steven Johnson might have to start worrying about fuel here. Maybe a little bit. Maybe not much, but it's probably in the back of his mind right now. He wants a good finish. All right, here we go. Blazing Pedals overtime here at Phoenix. Jamie Walker, Steven Johnson going to lead them down to the restart zone. this the last restart? We're going to find out. Down into the restart zone. Jamie Walker fires them off. We're back underway. Good restart for the number 11. Jamie wasn't able to pull away as much as he did last time. Cody Gibson also with a good restart. Down into 1 and 2. Top 4 single file out. Mike Hamlin looks underneath the 55 of Ellison, trying to take over 4th. Walker out to a pretty comfortable lead right now. Gibson looking to the inside of the 11. Out of turn number 4. White flag in the air presented by Priority Auto. Little contact back there between the 55 and the 23. Johnson trying to hold on to second. Gibson looking to the inside. Walker still pulling away. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Contact in the back. Out of turn number 4, Jamie Walker is going to take home another win here with Blazing Pedals. Cody Gibson gets around. Steven Johnson to take over second. And third is Steven Johnson. Jamie Walker doing his classic Polish victory lap. Congratulations to Jamie Walker. Steven Johnson put up a good fight. How about shout out to Mike Hamlin and Dave Seats, 4th and 5th. There at the end after having a rough start to the race. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, post-race interviews. Stick around.
Shut up and sit down.
Back live on True Sim Productions, and we are catching up with our third place finisher, Steven Johnson, in the number 11. And Steven, man, you put up one heck of a fight tonight. You got out there, you led some laps. What could you have done differently?
I don't know, man. I was trying to figure out when was the best time to take tires for that last set, and I took tires as soon as the pit window opened to make it to the end. And Cody and Jamie took them, I think, 2 cautions after, and they were on the fresher tires, and I did everything I could to try to hold them off. But overall, it was a really fun race. Managed to kind of move my way up through the field and keep myself out of trouble. I'll take a 0x for sure, but I had nothing for Cody or Jamie at the end, so congrats to them. That was a really fun race up in the front.
Yeah, man, you guys put on a heck of a show up there, and you battled Jamie, you battled Cody. Looks like Cody got you there right at the line, but good job out there. Started near the back. You're probably going to get biggest mover here tonight, so congratulations on that. Who you got to shout out on the number 11 for making it all happen?
I appreciate you and truesimproductions for putting this on. I got the sponsor menu up in front of me, but Savage Edge I know is our main league sponsor, so a lot of folks that really work behind the scenes to make this league work, and it's just a lot of fun to be here.
All right, man. Well, hey, great points tonight for you. Congratulations on your 3rd place finish, and we'll see you again next week.
Appreciate it. Hope to talk soon.
And that was your 3rd place finisher, Steven Johnson. Go ahead and get down here, and we're going to catch up with our 2nd place finisher. That's Cody Gibson in the number 7, getting Steven Johnson right there at the line. Cody, you think if you would have had another green-white checkered after you got around him, you might have would have gave Jamie a run for his money there? You led pretty much half the race, it seemed like.
I might have gave him a run for his money.
Well, yeah, man, you put up a heck of a fight there at the end. What was the overall strategy there? You and Jamie were on the same set of tires, I believe, there at the end.
Yeah, I know. Like last week, kind of burnt me. I had a set of tires left, and this time I was like, I ain't doing that again. So I think I made one full green flag run, then another one, then a caution came out in the middle of that run.
Well, hey, man, you did a good job. I think you got most laps led here tonight at Phoenix. You come home with a 2nd place finish. You got a shout out on number 7.
Oh, you guys, man, y'all put on a heck of a job. And all y'all sponsors, Savage Edge, CGR Graphics, Mullet Music, Butt Kicker, Southern Shore Realty, and, of course, y'all, TSP. Appreciate what y'all do.
All right, Cody. Hey, congratulations again on 2nd place, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you, sir.
And that was our 2nd place finisher, Cody Gibson. Now we got to bring up our race winner, and that is Jamie Walker in the number 88, bringing it home once again here in Blazing Pedals, taking home another win. Jamie, it's got to feel good to get another win here.
Yeah, I got kind of lucky on this one. I don't know, but my pedals seem to have fallen apart here about 20 laps ago.
Well, hey, at least they held up long enough for you to get the win here tonight. You came in late, got a set of tires. What was the overall strategy all night long, man?
I noticed that Steven, he was running that higher line, and we just couldn't get a run there off of, 1 and 2 there. So I just figured if I pit later, get a little bit off strategy than him, and it just turned out just perfect for me, and I was able to capitalize on it.
So were you worried there when you had that first green-white checker? Did you think we were going to get another one, or did you think you kind of had it sealed?
I was more worried about my pedal situation more than anything. I was making sure they could hold up.
Well, hey, like I said, man, I'm glad that they did. You're able to take home another win here tonight. Who you got to shout out on number 88 for making it all happen?
Of course, everybody on the Mountain Dew crew that makes this happen every weekend. TRJ Karting for sponsoring the league, Butt Kicker, Savage Edge Graphics, Corey Rutherford Designs. I mean, I can't thank them all enough for helping me out this season.
All right, Jamie. Hey, congratulations on another win here. Good points tonight for that number 88 machine. Go celebrate with your team, and we'll see you next week, buddy.
Thank you, sir. You guys enjoy.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was your race winner, Jamie Walker. Taking home another win here in Blazing Pedals, doing a good job out here. I tell you what, a lot of guys having a good run out here tonight. Can't complain about that. Race results are on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to do it for us here at Phoenix and Blazing Pedals. presented by Savage Edge Graphics. Everybody go check out savageedge.com. Get all your t-shirts and stuff over there. We're going to get out of here. Jamie Walker, Cody Gibson, Steven Johnson, your top 3. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.